Communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Any sort of cooling break, as we'll see during the World Cup. Kingston Stockade making the trip down from upstate New York here to the Big Apple. This league has a bit of an interesting format. We are in the Northeast Conference. There's a North and South division within that, a total of 10 teams. So this is a matchup in the Northeast North division specifically. And the top 2 teams from each division will make it to the semifinals of a playoff bracket where they'll face off against their division rivals, North versus North, South versus South. And then the overall conference standings will determine who gets home field advantage for the final. But it's still early in the season here. Each team plays 10 matches. This is game 3 for both clubs. Excuse me, this is game 4 for Brooklyn City and game 3 for Kingston. So Brooklyn City need to get their season off the ground here. They'll be looking to do just that. both teams shake hands, give each other a pound, and we'll take their respective sides. Looking forward to a competitive, entertaining match here. Be sure to stay tuned with us later in this match at halftime. We'll have the May Goal of the Month candidates for you all to see. You can also head to our Instagram page at Game in Frame to view those candidates now and cast your votes by leaving a comment. We have some fantastic goals on display for you there. Be sure to check it out. Brooklyn City, as I mentioned, looking to really get their season started here today. They've had a tough run so far, only scoring 1 goal in their first 3 matches. Definitely look to spark their offense off here today. And defensively, they've also not had the best record, but we'll be looking to also make improvements in that regard. For Kingston, they've had a pretty good run so far. They've had a win in their first game against Real Central New Jersey, which is in their NorthEast Conference, not in this North Division. So as a meeting of North versus South. And then they won against Susa FC 1-0, and then lost their most recent match against league leaders Excelsior. So they'll be looking to bounce back and get some points here today. Just about ready here, waiting for the ref's whistle. Just awaiting the ref's whistle. And here we go. We're underway here at Brooklyn College. Brooklyn City FC lined up in the teal or turquoise kits. Kingston Stockade in the orange. Right off the bat, Kingston applying some pressure, trying to force Brooklyn City to give that ball away. And Kingston have it now. Ball forward by their captain. Into Mellon, number 11 there. Gets poked out of play, it'll be a throw. As I mentioned, Brooklyn City FC didn't have the best defensive record in their first few matches. So they definitely want to make sure they're solid at the back in this early part of the match and just keep themselves in this game. Here's a run down the wing from Badgie. Here he is again. Now with Robinson. Loose touch by Harris, nearly giving it away. Harris into Badgie. Badgie still with it here. Chance to cross it in, gets the ball in. Mellon tries to bring it down, couldn't keep it under his control, and it gets cleared. Good header at the halfway line to keep that play possibly alive, but ends up going out of play. Kingston starting off very positive. Both teams loud with their communication, making sure everyone's on the same page and playing well together. Into the middle there, he's a chance now for their striker. Leitner couldn't quite get that ball out in front of him for a shot. Brooklyn City give it away, and here come Kingston Stockade once again. Shot driven in. It's blocked and won't be kept in. It'll go out for a corner. Kingston starting off very brightly here. Very fast pace as well. Just driving right at that Brooklyn City back line. It'll be Salguero here to take this corner. His ball driven low towards the near post. Tipped away by Abdel. Eventually it does go out for a corner, a signal by the ref. Jonathan Salguero will retake this one from that same corner. Both teams pretty evenly matched for height in the box right now. A little bit of pressure on the goalkeeper. The ref having a word with both sets of players. Here comes the corner kick. Salguero right towards that near post again. Shot driven in, almost making its way through from Harris there. And it just goes out for another corner on the opposite side. Let's see if Kingston try and take this one a little quickly there. Salguero's going to rush over. Looks like he's their main man on their set pieces. Bakaj trying to get there. Not going to reach it. Applauds the effort of the cross. Header goes back up, and Leitner chasing it. Here's Leitner challenging the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper does a great job to stretch up and use that reach advantage with his hands. And Brooklyn City look to build out. Granados plays it safely back to the center back. Ball driven forward, chance for Abdel to run onto that one, but it's well read in the end. Still some pressure by Abdel. And a good read, stolen by Campos. Campos still running with it. Almost got to it in the end, but his challenge gives away the free kick. Promising signs, though, for Brooklyn City as that counterattack nearly paid off. Presented an opportunity to shoot on target. Mellon will chase down the ball here. Well dealt with by Franco. And a good switch of play there. Be kept alive by Abdel. Throw-in picked off here, and Kingston looked to put some passes together. Leitner trying to hold it up. Does well to just keep possession for his team, but Harris's ball back through the middle. Would have been in the perfect place for Leitner, but he had dropped a little bit deeper. Mularedelis, the left side center back, number 6 there. Playing it out, comes back to him now. Passes to Kradiok. Franco cuts inside, does well to evade the pressure. Robinson scanning, looking for someone to pass to. A way to get the ball out of their own half, but Brooklyn City would be content, I think, to just have some more possession here, get some control in this match. The first 5 minutes pretty frantic as Kingston Stockade had that flurry of corners. Nice spin there, but some pressure immediately. Robinson able to come away with it still. Here's Kradiok. Brooklyn City now looking to force it, now looking to rush. Granados once again playing it back. Kingston set in their shape, not really trying to force that mistake just yet. Now that the goalkeeper had it, Leitner tried to push forward. And here's space for Granados. and I couldn't keep it. Ball down the line here for Sokira, their striker. Good ball into the middle, might be picked up, but the defender got a toe to it and took it off its path. Sokira once again tried to apply pressure up the middle. Pressure on the ball there from Ndai. Forces that mistake. Throw-in gets good distance on it from Robinson. Goes out for a deeper throw there. Looks like Robinson will be their throw-in taker. Goes short this time. Just kept in play by Mellon. Harris gets a foot to it, bounces in the middle towards Leitner. Couldn't reach it. Whistle goes there for a foul as they try to play on. Sokira once again dropping back, trying to help out his team build in the attack. Here's Granados again. Kradiok out wide. Ndai combining well with Sokira. Ndai continuing his run forward. Has Campos in the middle. His ball in. Goes over everybody and is clipped back into the middle. But nobody there to meet it. Again, more promising signs. Picked up by Campos once again. Here's Felix Robinson. This is better from Brooklyn City. Here's Ndai. Comes back to Felix Robinson. Good play there by Brooklyn City to not force things on the attack. They were able to get a ball in and recover it. Granado's ball out wide to Ndai. Has space in front of him. Decides to cross it in. Thought he might want to run at the defender. No foul there as Mellon is able to carry this one forward. Passes forward to Leitner, who has space in front of him, might take on the defender. Here's Leitner, still with the ball, crosses to the middle, but it's cut out. Well read in the end. Mularedelis read that one. Robinson's ball down the line, force Aguero to meet. And his cross is blocked. So far, Aliou Ndai, number 26 for Brooklyn City, is working very hard down this right side. It'll be another corner though, as Kingston have yet another set piece opportunity. Let's see if Aguero's ball can get a little bit deeper into the box. Cause some more problems for Brooklyn City. Here comes the cross. The headers go up, and it's headed over the bar. Looked like Karanganwa, number 5, the big midfielder, able to get to it, but not able to keep his shot down and on frame. Ball down the line, so Kira going to give this one chase, almost getting to it. Pressure on the defender, Brady Tim, but he's able to keep his feet and pass it into the midfield. Here's Karanganwa. Kradiuk did well to follow Leitner into the midfield, get a foot to it. Here's Harris, nearly slipping. Karanga walls ball forward. Not going to read Badgie. So far, both teams trading a few blows. Brooklyn City definitely building their way into this match, building some confidence. Run down the line, spotted here. But Joaquin Franco couldn't keep that one in play. That ball just a little bit too tall for him. Perhaps wanted it played a little bit closer to the middle. She could run onto that. Force him a little bit too wide. Now another ball played out wide there. Mellon had slipped. Looks like Mellon and Badji have switched sides there. See if they can cause some problems for those wing backs. Felix Robinson able to slow it down in the middle. Kingston happy to just let Brooklyn City pass the ball around their back line. No danger there for them. And now they apply some pressure. Nice move by Robinson to step away from Leitner. Kradiuk now. Wide for Franco. His ball tipped out. And die back for Franco. Leitner once again, that lone striking figure there, trying to apply some pressure. Gets helped out there by Salguero now. Karanganwa headers up. And Salguero misses his attempt to play it forward for Badji. Here's Harris. His ball forward, not going to be reached. Goes straight back to the goalkeeper. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Franco once again calm as Badji was right there in front of him, just playing it back to the center back. Brooklyn City got to find a way to try and connect their defense to attack. They've had a few bright signs as they've had some runners going down the wings and Sokira checking back in. Looks like he's trying to remain up top. And Badji forced to play it back under some pressure from Franco. Ball's out wide here for Garcia, plays it forward. Into Harris. Mellon couldn't reach it. It bounces here for Ndai, and a chance maybe for him to spring on the counter for his team. Javier Campos has to play it backwards. Those defenders looking for some runners forward. And Dye was getting tracked all the way out wide by Noah Robinson. Now the ball comes forward for Franco. Tries to play it in one time for Ndai. Not a bad idea, but Ndai just wasn't ready for that pass. Salguero under some pressure. Badgie does well to also evade the pressure of Ndai. And Noah Robinson also pestered by Ndai, but Kingston able to bring it forward, and now Mellon could chase this one down. Will he be able to keep it in play? Has good speed, but wasn't able to keep it in. Referee asking for goalkeeper to do something for him. I'm not sure why we had to delay that. Ball played forward now into the middle. This is what Brooklyn City would want to see, a chance for them to break forward. And here's the run, but it's offsides. Garcia challenging. But that ball went a little bit too late for the run. Let's see if Kingston will try and pass forward here from this set piece, or just play it short. Franco intercepts, plays it into the middle there. Picked up by Felix Robinson. His ball out wide. Not held up by Campos. Kingston starting to commit a few more numbers forward as Salguero pressing right up against the back line. Pretty much one-on-one there with each defender. Here he is now. The ref pulling this one back for a foul. And a yellow card going to be shown here, perhaps for dissent. Yellow card for number 3, Kradiok. Players a little bit upset about the nature of that yellow card, but respect must be shown here, as everyone here is just trying to do their job and keep the game flowing. There's an interesting field here. This field is also used for baseball, so we have the pitcher's mound covered up with some turf. Definitely makes it a little bit challenging to try and dribble over. Robinson's ball deep into the box and a goal straight to the goalkeeper, who has to tip it over. That ball just kept going, and the goalkeeper had to reach back and tip it over the bar. Good save. Would have been difficult to catch as his momentum was taking him back into the goal. Had to just tip it over the bar and play it safe. Not sure if that was the intention from Robinson as he played that ball in, but either way, a dangerous moment there for the goalkeeper. Here's the corner kick. Not a good one, goes over the head of everybody. Later on today, we have some more action for you here on Game and Frame. Be sure to tune in with our live stream at 7 p.m. in the WPSL Division II Metropolitan Conference. We have Brooklyn City 2 versus Vale SC Reserves. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference, we have the final, Penn Freedoms versus Hoboken FC. That should be a fantastic match. Be sure to tune in with us. At 8 p.m. in the CSL Division II, we have the promotion final between NY International FC 2 and Brooklyn City FC. That should be another entertaining match for you. And on Wednesday, June 10th, 7 p.m., we have in the league for clubs, NorthEast Met Oval under-23s versus Kingston Stockade on display here today as well. Be a good preview for that match coming to you on Wednesday. Well challenged there in the middle by Campos. Here's Franco now into Sokira, gets challenged for it. Brady Tim coming from the wrong side. Sokira did well to just shield that ball, feeling the effects of that challenge. But now a chance for Brooklyn City to put a ball in, their first real, somewhat close set piece opportunity. Granados looking for direction there. Decides to combine with Franco and then to Sokira. His ball in over the head of Campos. Leitner trying to bring this one down under some pressure. Got a little bit of a push from behind, and his momentum took him into Felix Robinson. Garcia now stepping into the middle, plays the ball forward for Leitner to chase. He might reach this one, but the goalkeeper does well to get out early and claim it for himself. And we're gonna have a water break here after about 25 minutes. The clock will be stopped and both sides will get a chance to take some water. As we mentioned, it is a very hot day here today, about 91, 92 degrees. We got a little bit of a breeze, but that breeze doesn't help too much when you're running as hard as these players are. As mentioned, this will also be featured in the World Cup, all of their matches. So a talking point is that these managers have their usual halftime team talks, but these breaks in play in the middle of each half might be good opportunities for them to make some changes, some adjustments, communicate with their team. So let's see how both teams come back out onto the field and take shape. Also want to remind you to stay tuned with us during our halftime break. We'll have the goal of the month candidates for May, and be sure to vote on Instagram at Game and Frame. Give us a follow, give us a few likes. We got lots of great content for you all up there. And definitely some great candidates for a goal of the month. We also have a save of the month competition, which isn't live right now, but you can also scroll back in our feed to see some of those tremendous saves from the games that we've covered. So far, still level here. Brooklyn City should be happy with their performance so far. They've been able to withstand that little bit of pressure early from Kingston, and so far have dealt with what they've been able to throw at them. Brooklyn City have also generated a few opportunities for themselves, haven't really been able to challenge the goalkeeper yet, but some promising signs as they've been able to have some success combining down the wings and getting a few crosses in. I think their biggest potential room for growth here is connecting that back line to the midfield and to the attack. Once that ball reaches the middle, they've acted pretty quickly to get the ball forward. But playing around the back line, we've seen Kingston commit a few numbers forward, and one mistake could definitely be costly. We'll restart play here with a drop ball for the goalkeeper, as he had it last. Kradiok immediately under some pressure by Badji. Does well to just spread it out wide for Franco. And Dye lets it run. Clever move. Sokira was right there behind them. but the ball couldn't be recovered. Here's Gabriel Garcia stepping inside once again. Harris's ball forward, not meeting the run of his winger there. Leitner actually checking in on the wing. We've seen good rotation from both teams. Pretty fluid in attack. Here's the ball in now to the middle for Campos. Under some pressure from Badji, does well to cover his defense there. And here's Franco now to Ndai. Combining once again. Granado's calling for it. Unhappy with the speed of play there. But as we've seen so far in this first half, Brooklyn City happy to just control possession and get their foot on the ball. Ball switched out here for Ndai to try and collect. Noah Robinson immediately on it. And his ball forward to Leitner is a dangerous one. Here's Leitner. Franco tries to cover. Here's Aguero, gets taken down. Perhaps grateful for that challenge. But this free kick is in a very dangerous position here as far as Brooklyn City are concerned. Let's see who decides to take this one. Salguero so far has been their main set piece taker. He also is the one to win the free kick. It'll be between him and Harris. Goalkeeper going with the 3-man wall, having to adjust for both left-footed and a right-footed strike potentially. Harris takes a shot, but it's over the bar. Goalkeeper could watch that one all the way, didn't have the right angle on it and the right dip. The goalkeeper plays it quickly. Played down the line for Abdel. Couldn't keep it in. Harris able to spin away. Gets it back from Leitner. Harris's ball into the middle behind Badji. Played into a really dangerous area, but Badji's run was a little bit closer to the goal. Throw forward. Sakir under some pressure from Tim and Ndai once again. Hustling, challenging for the ball. And Robinson once again wins that battle. Here's Brady Tim, number 6, trying to get this attack going. It's cut out once again. So Kira trying to hold that ball up under some pressure from Karanganwa. He wins that battle. Robinson's ball through the middle for Badji. Not quite reached, but it falls to him anyways. Salguero has to turn around, but almost plays right into some danger. Lucky for them, goes out for a throw. Robinson throws it into Leitner, but it's pinched away by Felix Robinson. Leitner once again working hard to apply some pressure to that back line, not give him too much time. Ball forward for Sokira to chase. He cuts it back around Karanganwa. And here's Felix Robinson with some space in front of him. Passes out wide as as Franco continue that run all the way forward from right back position. But Salguero can counter now and find Leitner, who's on sides. Leitner here. Here's Leitner. Can he score? What a save from the goalkeeper. Got down, combined with his defender to block that one. And here's Mellon perhaps with another chance. Granado's able to now clear it and send his team forward. That was such a dangerous opportunity as Franco, the right back, had abandoned his post to try and join the attack and left that space open for Leitner to attack, but didn't end up causing Brooklyn City any problems. Here's a chance now for Brooklyn Cities. They have a few numbers committed forward. Felix Robinson picks it up from Abdel's pass. So Kira now. So Kira looking for a way to get to goal here. So Kira with a nice move. Ends up getting cleared. Thompson, the goalkeeper, able to pick that one up, play it forward again. Granados with a bit of a blind pass. Lucky for him, Mularredel is able to slide in just in time. Tim out wide for Robinson. Leitner with some space in front of him to perhaps run into, decides to slow it down, ends up giving it away. And the whistle's blown here. Not sure exactly what the call was for. Kingston regained possession. So Aguero into Harris. We've seen good play in the midfield from Brooklyn City and from Kingston. They seem evenly matched as they've been both met tit for tat. Cleverly done there. Still kept in play though. A little bit risky there as Cardiok tried to dummy that one out of play. It was kept in play though by Badji. And thankfully for Brooklyn City, it didn't result in any danger. Here's Abdel. Abdel still with it. Sliding challenge from Garcia, puts it out of play. It'll be a throw-in. The throw-in will be taken here by George Dickinson, their left back. They have a couple of numbers in the middle. This ball goes straight into the box, headed up into a dangerous area. Here's Franco. Looked like he may have been winding up for a shot under some pressure from Badji. Tries to get his cross in. And Franco decides to just bring that one back. Excuse me, Campos decides to bring that one back and just reset. Since that restart after the cooling break, looks like Brooklyn City have had a little bit more control in the game, benefited perhaps a little bit more from that pause in play. Now a ball over the top for Ndiaye, missed by Robinson. Ndiaye's going to keep this one in play. Here he is now one-on-one with Robinson. What can he produce here? Has to turn back and find his right back, Franco. His cross is blocked, but it'll go out for a corner. And now here come the numbers here for Brooklyn City. Got to be careful here on the counter. We've seen good speed already, and good attacking play from Leitner. This is going to be Franco, the teammate, to stay back here and watch out for that counter attack. Ball played in here. Goalkeeper reaches up and gets this one. Nobody really getting up to challenge him or put some pressure on him. And he launches the ball straight forward for Leitner to get on the end of. And here's Leitner with some help from Salguero. Let's see if Leitner can finish this one off. He shoots, he scores. Great goal for Kingston. Great counterattack as the goalkeeper sent that ball straight forward and Lightner knew exactly what to do. Great finish in the end. Brooklyn City be disappointed that their attack was so suddenly turned against them. And Kingston were able to break free. It's 1-0 here in the later stages of this first half. 1-0 for Kingston. Very tough position for their defense there, as only one member of their team was staying back, and Kingston ended up countering with a couple players. In the end, Lightner didn't need any help. So tough as a defender, though, as you have to keep your attention on the other players around you. And Brooklyn City got to rebound here quickly. They won't want to let another game slip away from them. A little bit of a loose pass there. Ends up going all the way out wide to Franco. Combines with Ndai. Granados with a nice switch of play out to George Dickinson. Plays it first time towards Abdel. But Garcia wins that header. And Karanganwa plays a nice ball out wide for Mellon to chase. And his ball forward towards Badji, just a little bit too tall for him, but he'll keep this one. Here he is on the wing. Badji trying to use some skills, get around. Franco's had a good game so far. Salguero also trying to get around the defender. Ball comes in, it's touched on, and another goal for Kingston. Looked like Mellon got the final touch on that. It was a bit of a scramble in there. And so unlucky for Brooklyn City as they let another goal go in right after that opener. Brooklyn City not going to want to let their heads drop here. They've had a couple rough defeats recently. And Kingston have definitely put on a good display in their season so far, but the game has been evenly matched. Just a couple quick moments changing the match here. Franco looking to play it forward. Combined at 1-2 now for Ndai. He might reach this one. And Tim does a great job to step in there and read that pass. And Tim can play it safely to Garcia. Here's Mellon in the midfield now. Great ball forward for Lightner to chase, but the goalkeeper read that so well. About 15 yards outside of his penalty box. Able to get that one away. Loose pass in the middle, and Ndai's going to pick this one up. Granado's looking over his shoulder. Harris was following him all the way back. Franco looking for a way out, has to play it back to his goalkeeper. You got to be careful here. One slip up could result in another goal. Ball forward towards Abdel. Going to be tough to reach this one under some watchful eyes from Garcia. Results in a throw-in for Kingston. About 5 minutes left in this first half. Still plenty of time for both teams to create some more opportunities. If Brooklyn City can just get one goal, that'd be a huge momentum swing as they go into halftime. And on the other hand, they will not want to let another goal go in, as 3-0 deficit at halftime will be very difficult to come back from. Again, they've played well. They've shown some really promising signs in attack, and Dye has been a really bright spot for them in attack. A lot of their attack has gone through him, combining well on the right side as well with Franco. Here he is again. Had the run from Ndai, but he was watched by Robinson. The two center backs for Brooklyn City, Mullaredelis and Kradiok, have probably had the most touches and most passes for their team as they try to keep their composure under the pressure. They've done well with that so far. It's just been those two moments, perhaps two lapses in concentration, as Kingston were able to go forward. Whistle blown here. Be a free kick for Brooklyn City. Franco does not need another invitation to go forward. That ball over the head of Sakira. Harris does well to control that one. Passes it on for Mellon, but he was just offsides. So disappointing. Beautiful play from Harris to juggle that one in midair and find the pass for his winger. Here's Franco again. Ball down the middle for Campos, but unable to keep it. Perhaps affected by that little bump on the field from the little bit of raised turf there and some sand over the pitcher's mound. Ball into the middle from Robinson. And Felix Robinson's second attempt to play it forward gets intercepted. And a good pass into the middle for Mellon, unable to control it. Granados now finding Felix Robinson. Abdel able to combine with Sakira, now taking up the left wing position. Tries to cut it back, it goes out for a throw-in. Unfortunately for them, it's Kingston throw. Harris's ball forward, not going to reach Badgie. Looked like he may have been offsides anyways. It's still chased down. No Robinson giving that one chase, but that was in vain. Decided to stop his run, save his energy. Franco once again confident, stepping into the middle. Got to be careful here as we got two Kingston players right in that hole that Franco has left behind. But here's Ndai now with it. Looking up, looking for a run. Has Sokira right in front of him. Decides to play it back to Granados, who goes wide for Dickinson. Mullaredelis thought about the long switch of play. And Ndai moving around up top, trying to make an outlet for his team. Felix Robinson challenging for it. And that'll be halftime here at Brooklyn College. Brooklyn City FC trail 2-0 to Kingston Stockade. It was a closely matched game here in the first half of the first half. but sadly for Brooklyn City, they conceded 2 goals back-to-back later on, and Kingston lead 2-0 going into the half. Be sure to stay tuned with us at halftime. We have the Goal of the Month nominees for you. Don't go anywhere.
Stockade looks to be the one to set the poise. He takes a shot. Stockade with a top of the corner. Untouchable. Stockade ties this one up for Lone Star.
They go short. Vizcaíno. Etienne volley. Fantastic. Etienne makes it look so easy. Volleying from the edge of the box. Over the outstretched hand of Andrade. Sousa. Kamara, good move. Can he set himself up? Cuts it back. Kamara! What a dribble! And then the goal. It's 2-0 Ironbound. They put it away with 3 minutes to go. It's a debut goal for Seydou Kamara in the UPSL Premier.
Last next to the match. Ibarra. Trivella! What a shot! Unbelievable. Trivella from Ibarra.
As we wait for the referee to blow her whistle. Both fake. Marty takes the shot, curls it in, back of the net! Marty with a free kick late on! Love City back with the lead!
Matt Oval now comes forward. Gonzalez, quick passing in the midfield. A great ball behind the line. Bernard now. White shots to his right. Matt Oval 3.
Lorient towards the top of the box, towards Merchant, who will line up his right. Merchant! That's mesmeric for Merchant. A lovely strike. With point and difference.
Find a little flick there. And the shot is in. Here we go. And it's a beautiful goal. Renegades. What a shot. A bullet into the top left corner. Milton Campos.
Palameke, oh my word! Stunning! It's an explosive Colombian thunderbolt straight into the back of the net. Keenan with 2 humongous saves here at the end. Lansdowne looking for a winner. Still pressure, there it is! Over Keenan, not enough pressure outside the box. And Lansdowne have flipped the score with 2 goals in the second half.
His pass just as loose. That was a bit more tight there from Cruz. Lozano can come the other way. He did really well to get past that back line. He can square or take the shots. Game tied.
The recover. Gonna give it to Daya. Daya scored, able to get that one in.
Breslin. Good look at the goal. Oh, goal from Breslin! Unbelievable from his own half.
Castillo takes a shot, and it's a beauty in the top corner. Nestles in, and he points. He knows what he just did was something you only dream of.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Welcome back here to our live stream of Brooklyn City FC versus Kingston Stockade. Right now, Kingston lead it 2-0. We're at Brooklyn College here on a very warm day. Had to take our cooling break halfway through the first half. We'll probably have to take another one halfway through this half. So far, it looks like both teams come back onto the field as they were. No changes. And Brooklyn City will need a big push from their team to come back and claim some points in this match. They had some good opportunities in their attack and some impressive play so far, but 2 back-to-back goals from Kingston later in that first half saw them go up 2-0 and carry that lead into the half. And here we go. We have the second half underway. Kingston start with the ball. They'll look to build on that impressive first half. Stepped in there. Ball kicked away by Mulleredelis. Kingston, as I've mentioned, have a pretty good start to their season, winning their first game in the conference. Here comes the ball over the top for Mellon. Mellon with a chance to shoot, drives it low towards that opposite side of the goal. Looked like it had just taken a touch. It'll be a corner kick. That was a great ball over to Mellon. Did well to try and angle that shot towards that far post. But Kingston looking to rebound after their most recent match in a loss to Excelsior 2-1. Salguero's ball in. The goalkeeper gets his hand to it. Flag raised as there was somebody being impeded in the box. Foul given. Only one player so far in a yellow card. That's number 3, the Brooklyn City center back, Nikita Kradiuk. Karanganwa has been very impressive, number 5 in the midfield on the ball now. Looking composed there, making a few challenges and driving the ball forward for his team. Bakaj looking for help there. As Garcia is back with Bakaj here. Drops it back. That ball from Leitner intercepted. And it's forward here for Campos, who can't reach it. Noah Robinson stepped in. I'm interested to see how Brooklyn City, even though they have the same players on the field, I want to see if they are changing the way they're positioned and the way they're attacking here. Here's Mellon once again with speed, driving through the middle. Mellon still on the ball. Passes out wide for Badgie, who was just offsides, tried to hold up his run as Mellon held on to the ball. Did a good job to spread it out wide for Badgie, but he was just leading offsides. All it takes is one moment here for Brooklyn City to get themselves back in the match. Lots of time to try and complete the comeback. We saw how fast those goals came. Good step in the middle there by Harris. Almost wins the ball back, but Sakira able to get it forward now with Ndai. Ndai's ball into the back post. Abdel won't be able to get there in time before it goes out. Yeah, restart with the goal kick. Brady Tim trying to drive forward, finding Harris. Plays the ball down the line for Salguero to chase. He'll get to it as that ball slowed down for him. Here's Salguero on the wing, going against Franco. Does well to shield it away in the end. And now Campos trying to get there in front of Brady Tim, doesn't do so. Karangangwa with space and time. Playing out wide for Mellon. Good touch forward. Mellon here. Cutting outside. Mellon. Sliding challenge from George Dickinson. Great job to get in front of Mellon there. It'll be another corner kick though. So far, Brooklyn City have been able to deal with all these corner kicks and set pieces, but they won't want Kingston to continue stocking those up. Ball played short this time for Mellon. 2-on-1 here. Let's see if Kingston can take advantage of this. Ball clipped up over the top, goes right on top of the goal. The goalkeeper was scrambling backwards. Had to make a save like that earlier in the first half from a long driven ball in from Noah Robinson. The goalkeeper was backpedaling and had to tip it over the bar. This time it goes straight over. And Brooklyn City restart play. Ball nearly played right into the path of Mellon. Dickinson now. And Felix Robinson retaining possession in front of Salguero, right in between Salguero and Leitner, able to clip it up for this goalkeeper. Mullaredlis stepping into space. Passes forward for Abdel. Here he is, the winger. One-on-one with Garcia. What can Abdel produce? Into the middle for Sokira. Franco now on the opposite wing. Pass is picked off by Salguero. Costly mistake potentially here as Leitner chases on this one. But the goalkeeper does well to step up. And he has to hustle back to his goal before Harris can pick his head up and try to play that ball forward again. Harris still with it, driving forward through the middle. Good strength there by Karanganwa. Here's Brady Tim now, trying to play it forward. He gets intercepted by Franco. Despite the score line, Brooklyn City have a few positive takeaways here. It's been a good game so far for the right side of their team here between Franco and Ndai. Also a few sparks from their midfield. Trying to play that ball forward this time, doesn't work out. Garcia looking for a way out, under some pressure. Spinning around Sokira. But his ball only reaches Dickinson. It goes back to Sokira. Tries to step around Lacage. But the center back wins that battle. Ball played forward now for Salguero. Has a few runners ahead of him. Salguero still with it. Has Garcia now charging forward, chased back by Del. That ball just a little bit too far in front and goes out for a throw-in. Dickinson surveying his options. Throws it long, intercepted by Harris though. Battle between Mellon and Franco. And Mellon gets the call this time. Free kick in a pretty dangerous position, maybe a little bit too far to shoot. I'm interested to see the angle that the wall takes up. Oftentimes from these types of positions, with a right footer, they try and sneak a curling effort towards that near post of the keeper, as they got to watch out for that cross and the obvious targets there in the middle. Let's see what Salguero can do here. There he goes with the shot. Salguero's effort saved pretty comfortably in the end, as that shot came from about 25, 30 yards out on a difficult angle as well. Granados on the ball, looking to push the attack forward. And now Franco once again stepping into the middle, taking matters into his own hands. Once again, reaching Franco. Pressure on Tim, but unable to make that ball stick. Harris dropping deep to receive this one. Clips it up over the top for Badgie, but he's offsides once again. The Kingston bench not happy with that decision. It's not the first time Badgie's been called offsides. Brooklyn City restart now. Ball played forward, not going to reach Campos. Here's Felix Robinson into Granados. Tries to step away from Harris, but he does well to leave a foot in and win that ball. Here's Leitner now. Leitner with a chance to make it 3. Leitner over to Mellon. Oh, and it's saved off the line. What a great effort from Kradiok. That was Mullaredelis, who did such a great job to slide in on the hot turf. A little bit of a painful one, possibly. Looked for certain that that was going to be the third goal for Kingston. I thought Leitner's effort had enough on it to go in the net on its own, and Mellon was racing in. But Mullaredelis did not give up on that. Corner here for Kingston. Ball played in low. Taken down on the chest by Dickinson, and the whistle goes. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Nice breeze coming into the field here. I'm sure both sides will be grateful for whatever they can get in terms of a little bit of cooling as we approach our cooling break. Once again, Brooklyn City is trying to slow things down a little bit and now look forward. Franco's done it all game, trying to break forward on the attack, trying to combine there. Looks like they've had a substitution as number 24, Jorge Binel, has come into the game. Felix Robinson slide. Doesn't result in a foul. Campos' ball forward, doesn't reach Robinson. Good touch there from Saguero. Able to get away. Has Mellon to his right. Goes with the outside of his foot. Playing it towards Leitner. He'll keep this one in play. Has to turn around though. Looking for Badgie. Pinnell, the substitute, applying pressure immediately. And a flag goes up there eventually. Offside's called. Good play from Saguero to break away in the midfield and then send his team forward on the attack. That ball towards Leitner, a little bit too heavy, forced him a little bit wider than I'm sure he wanted to go. And looks like Mellon's day is done. Contributed with that second goal. And it'll be number 12, Patrick Cuneo, coming in. And he'll take up that same position on the right wing. We saw Mellon switch wings with with Badji in the first half, and interested to see exactly where Cuneo will take up his position. Karanganwa so consistent throughout this game. Harris as well. His ball out wide, clipped just in front of Kradiok. Badji chasing this one, he'll get to it. His ball played in, bounces back off the defender and onto him, goes out for a goal kick. Looks like we've also had another substitute for Brooklyn City. Number 28, Mamad Nazarov, has come into the field. Challenge on Felix Robinson. Ends up getting the foul there. So risky to try and hold on to possession under some pressure. Could have given it away. Good move there to get away from Cuneo. Ball played out wide, gonna be intercepted there by Noah Robinson. Falls right to their pivot in the middle. Karanganwa now finding Badji. Here's Badji cutting it back. Badji still with it, his shot off the post. Great effort. The ref signals for a corner. Perhaps the goalkeeper got a slight touch to it, but that shot was hit with so much power. Could hear it ping off the post. Harris walking over to take this corner kick. Has Salguero approaching, looking as though he was interested in a short pass. Harris goes long into the middle. The header goes wide here. And Ahmad Nazarov able to play it forward. Tries to chase back onto the end of that loose ball. Good ball played by Cuneo. Here's Garcia looking for options and a sliding challenge. Gets there first in time by Dickinson. We've seen a couple of those last-ditch efforts by Brooklyn City defenders to just get in the way, as Kingston have had plenty of opportunities to try and play some crosses in. It'll be Salguero and Garcia on the corner kick. Let's see if they play it short. Garcia's ball in, clipped by Harris, nearly bounced to a teammate, but here come Brooklyn City. Mamad Nazarov into Abdel. Abdel looking for options here, gets past Salguero. Abdel's shot straight at the goalkeeper. With the best effort so far from Brooklyn City. Not quite the power or accuracy Abdel would have wanted on that shot. Ball left for Cuneo. Here he is, a substitute. Trying to get past Dickinson. He's done well so far in this game. One-on-one here. Still Cuneo. And to step in eventually from Granados. Gets there just in time, but it's another corner. A couple of substitutes waiting to come onto the field. Looks like the ref will permit those changes now. A little bit of confusion here whether or not those subs can be made. It'll be the end of the day for Granados and for number 15, Javier Campos. Corner comes in, whistle goes though, have to retake it. Cuneo now with the chance to cross again. Good ball in, almost met there by Brady Tim. Ball played forward for a chance for Brooklyn City. Abdel unable to keep that ball at his feet. Just goes right back into the midfield, and Bakaj can come up with it. Harris under some pressure. Gets it away though. Ball played for Cuneo here to pick up. He takes off on a run into the midfield, still able to retain it. Now ball over the top for Robinson, his chance to attack. His ball into the middle for Leitner. Finally cleared in the end. Looks like Dickinson's gone down injured and needs some attention from the medical staff. I'd like to remind you of some other live streams we have coming up here on Game and Frame. Later today at 7 p.m. in the WPSL Division II Metropolitan Conference, we have Brooklyn City FC 2 versus Vale SC Reserves. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference, we'll have the final between Pancyprian Freedom versus Hoboken FC. That should be a fascinating match. And at 8 p.m. tomorrow, we have in the CSL Division II, we have the promotion final between NY International FC 2 versus Brooklyn City FC. And in the League for Clubs on Wednesday, June 10th at 7 p.m., we'll have Met Oval Under 23 versus Kingston Stockade FC. Kingston should be proud of their performance so far today. Perhaps a little bit disappointed they haven't been able to add more on top of their 2 goals so far, as Brooklyn City still have a chance to make a comeback here, but they're going to need something real positive real soon in terms of their attack. Their defense hasn't been too bad, keeping this game close, but they'll need to find something to spark their attack and generate some more opportunities. Also, I hope you enjoyed our halftime presentation of the goal of the month candidates for May 2020 or May this year. Be sure to vote on Instagram at Game and Frame, and be sure to scroll through our feed and check out some of the other content we have there. We have lots of other good content from other games that we've covered, saves, skill, lots of good play we've seen from all of our teams that we cover. The Brooklyn City coach will be a little bit disappointed that his team haven't been able to bounce back given their recent games, but it's been against pretty tough competition. They've lost to Met Oval, who have put in a great display so far. 2 games played, 2 games won, and Excelsior only lead by 1 point, having a draw. So right now Met Oval actually have a better points per game, but so far playing the top 2 teams and then playing the number 3 team here, Kingston. So perhaps a little bit of silver lining here from this game is that Brooklyn City have been able to keep it a little bit closer here against a team a little bit closer to them on the table. But if they want a chance to get into the playoffs, they'll need to improve things quickly on their season. Looks like some other substitutes have made their way onto the field. We have Edwin Aguilar, number 18, and Sawyer Weiss, number 13. Kingston restart play and get right on the attack. Over the top for an overhead kick. Great effort from Patrick Cuneo. Was so quick to spring up in the air and twist for that effort. Unable to keep it down, but a spectacular attempt. Made great contact with it, but unable to keep that effort down. Looks like Pinel will take up the left back position after Dickinson had to leave the field. Cardio plays it forward to Aguilar. His ball into the middle, unable to be controlled there by number 22, Eamon Jalil, another substitute. Pressure on the ball there by Felix Robinson. Now it comes back to him. Here, Mamad Nazarov. Mamad Nazarov trying to get away from Robinson. He's had a good game so far. Sticking to his task, steps in well, but Mamad Nazarov continues to fight. Cuneo with the clever nutmeg, able to keep it alive down the line, and a great tackle by Felix Robinson stops that. Looks like number 22, Franco, has stepped into the middle there, able to help keep the ball for his team. Here's Franco in the middle now. Ball played into the middle, a risky one as Badgie was coming in to apply some pressure. Also looks like Salguero has exited the game for Kingston, and number 32, Chase Marshall, has entered. They look to be taking up the same position that Salguero was playing. No, Robinson's ball forward towards Badgie, headed up by Jalil. Here's the new entrant, Chase Marshall, striding forward, taking on a few players. Tries to play it for Leitner, but it gets clipped away by Jalil. And now Franco passing out wide to Aguilar. Aguilar tries to play it forward quickly, but he gets blocked. Kingston players asking for a handball there. Looked like it just bounced up off of his chest. Here's Mamad Nazarov. Mamad Nazarov cutting inside for a shot. Stings the gloves of the goalkeeper, but not really causing the danger that the Brooklyn City team needs to see. And we'll have some more substitutes coming in the game. We'll have to wait to see exactly who's coming out and who's coming into the game. We have number 15 for Kingston, Emmett Olsen. Number 9, E.R.E. Harris. Looks like he replaces Leitner, who's given that back line plenty of problems and deserved his opening goal of the match. Potentially handball there. The referee does blow his whistle and the ball comes back for Brooklyn City. About 15 minutes left in this match. Brooklyn City gonna need something to happen quickly. This is Slate Scott, number 17. E.R.E. Harris's ball forward, almost reaching Eric Vargas, number 26. Good defending in the end by Jalil, getting that one cleared. Sawyer Weiss trying to chase that one down, but it gets picked up by the defense. There's Emmett Olsen. Back to him now. Nearly just a little bit short and picked off there by Franco, but here's Cuneo now. Good composure from Cuneo to withstand the challenge, but finally the pressure came and forced him out for a goal kick. Brooklyn City have also made a substitution for David Zlobinski, number 17, to come into the game. Challenger in the middle, ref waves play on. Advantage for Kingston. Here's Yari Harris's ball, spin in the middle. Nice attempt by Slate Scott to try and keep that one going forward, but it's eventually cleared. There's Chase Marshall's ball forward to Yari Harris. Couldn't reach it. And that ball not doing Sawyer Weiss any favors. It's very difficult to control. Kingston able to just play that one straight out the back. Now a chance to run forward for Vargas. Vargas' shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Looked like he tried to catch the goalkeeper out at the near post. Was able to dive and keep that one in his hands. Franco forward here, but nobody on the end of that pass. The throw-in goes towards Yari Harris. It's played back to him, and the goalkeeper able to reach it in time, clearing it towards Weiss. Always tough when multiple substitutions happen at the same time, or back-to-back can sometimes disrupt the flow of a game. Looks like Kingston has been the team to benefit the most from these recent changes. And here's a good combination from their substitutes. Cuneo causing more problems for the defense. In behind, challenge there by Pinel, able to stop that attack from going any further. Good pass through the middle. Gets ahead of the on-rushing Felix Robinson. Bakage's ball forward towards Marshall. Cuneo picks it up. Cuneo still dribbling with it. Cuts it back in the sombreroed effort to keep it alive. Eventually gets cleared by Pinel. But Brooklyn City are not able to make this stick. Pinel picks back up the rebound from that throw, but nothing sticking so far. Again, all it takes is one moment, one slip up perhaps from Kingston, one moment of brilliance from Brooklyn City to make this game a little bit closer and give them a chance to get some points from this game. It's just not happening. Battle for the ball there. Challenges go flying in, and the ref blows the whistle for a free kick. Franco has been one of the better players, had one of the better games for Brooklyn City today, doing well to control the ball in the midfield, showing his flexibility. Kingston, though, so composed in their play, able to just pass the ball around and just pick those passes. Even with the substitutions, you could even argue that they've gotten better with these substitutions in the way they've been able to connect and attack against this Brooklyn City defense. But then again, I'm not the one on the field running around in this heat. Brooklyn City have been having to defend for most of this game. They had a few periods, especially in that first half, after the first cooling break, where they were able to put a few more passes together, control more of the possession. But ever since those 2 goals went in, it's been smooth sailing for Kingston. Felix Robinson still challenging for it. Vice also challenging, but not able to get there in time. Cornell able to bring this one down. Gets around Zlowinski. The ref's going to get involved here as a couple of players have been jawing at each other. Things got physical there, and the referee shows a yellow card to both Felix Robinson and Patrick Cornell. Bakaj able to pass it into Robinson, who stepped into the middle there. Cornell's ball with the outside of the foot in between a couple of players, doesn't reach its target. Here's Aguilar with a chance to run forward. Again, looking to go direct, forces a throw. Just a side note here, I got a comment on a bit of a proud moment here for myself, and most likely very proud moment for Edwin Aguilar. He's a close friend of mine who I feel blessed today to be able to commentate, do my job while he's also able to do what he loves. Known each other since a young age and seen the love of this game grow with a chance to play for their team here. Handball there as that shot. Good effort there by Vargas. Wouldn't count. Showed great confidence to take that effort on, but perhaps after it bounced up and hit his arm, he knew time was up. He needed to just get a shot off. Cornell, once again, direct, but that shot a little bit wild in the end. Muller-Redilis able to take a few touches and look forward, but those substitutes for Kingston also look hungry to impress the coach. I'm sure Kingston would love to add a 3rd goal here, and Brooklyn City need to put something together here. They will not want to go another game without scoring. They've only had 1 goal so far this season. That came in their first game against Met Oval. Potentially a bad ball there, played in, almost picked up. It's here now with Scott. Eventually goes out for a throw-in. Ball played back in. Pressure there from Vice, but not going to get there in time. Cuneo flips it over the top. Challenge brushed off there by Yari Harris. The bench is not happy. His team applauding that effort to play physical and use his strength, but the ref not happy with the nature of that attempt to control it. Zlovinsky now looking for an option, has to play it back once again. Brooklyn City need to try and get this ball forward. Given away there. Perhaps a tired pass from Miloredlis. Yari Harris now into Vargas. Here's Olsen. Olsen's shot doesn't get the purchase he wanted on it. Challenge came in from behind. Forced the mistake. Kingston still have it. Here's Olsen again. Ball lifted up in the air. And Pinel has plenty of time to bring it down and look for a way out. But it's loose. That pass goes right to Robinson, and now a chance for Marshall with lots of space in front of him. Marshall here gets the ball taken away. Good challenge from Franco. And here's Evan Aguilar with space in front of him. Brooklyn City needs something very soon if they want to change the tide of this match. But that's a loose pass backwards. He gets taken away. Interested to see how much time the ref will add on to the end of this match. Have about 2 minutes left of regulation. Brooklyn City will need to replicate what Kingston were able to do in the first half and get back-to-back goals. Cuneo tries to play a long switch of play. Just goes forward to the goalkeeper. Ball comes back here to Vargas, tries to play it neatly in front of his teammate. Almost falls to Yari Harris. Slate Scott tried to put that one back into his path. Eventually it was cleared out, goes out for another corner. These sorts of games are won and lost in so many small moments. It was so important that Brooklyn City could keep the game close in the first half and not let a mistake happen. The second goal was perhaps a little bit easy for Kingston as they were to get a ball into a dangerous area. And then Kingston getting the benefit of a couple challenges going in towards that back post, able to knock that one home. Zlobinsky making a great effort to try and keep that one in play, showing the heart. Here come Kingston, perhaps trying to add on one more. But we are just about at the end of the 90 minutes here. Felix Robinson challenging. Remember, he's already on a yellow card. Can't give away another foul. And here's another chance for Kingston. The ball's cut back. Yari Harris can't get there. Pinel does well to get in the way. It'll be a corner past the 90 minutes here for Kingston. And maybe just the last moment for them to add to their goal total here and boost their goal difference. Ball played in. Half cleared, falls to Aguilar. looking for a way out. Only has Weiss here in the middle. Zlobinski actually playing it wide to Felix Robinson, who won't reach it. And the ball is played all the way back to the goalkeeper. Disappointing in the end for Brooklyn City, as they did such hard work in the first half, and the game just slipped away from them so quickly after those 2 goals. Here's a Yari Harris, and a shot there. Great effort by Slate Scott. Good power on the shot, and again, very direct play from those substitutes combining well. Ball played out to Slobinski, able to keep it under his feet and get it out in front of him now. Has Weiss in front of him, who's offsides. So disappointing. Wasted opportunity. They've been few and far between for Brooklyn City in the second half. Be disappointed that the offsides call stops them short. And that's the final whistle. It ends 2-0 here for Kingston Stockade. The visitors did a great job to establish the lead in the first half and then establish their dominance in the second half and walk away with 3 points. It's been an entertaining game. Hope you enjoyed the live stream with us. Be sure to tune in with our other live streams here on Game and Frame. I've been your host, Ariel Duran. I'll catch you next time.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.